Welcome to Grace. My name is Stephen, and this is church. Well, if you were to walk into our church, you'd walk up a set of steps, you'd open the church doors, you would walk through an aisle, a center aisle church with pews on your left and pews on your right. If you were to walk 3 pews in and look to your right, you would see a shorter lady of a certain age, and her name was Jean. Now, Jean was a surly type, or at least she was surly to me, or she wanted to present herself that way. But once you got to know Jean, you realized that really she was just ribbing you or making fun, but she really did care for you and did love you. Jean had moved recently a little bit further from our church, but when she could and when our church was open, she was always faithful to attend. Sometimes that meant 2 buses on a Sunday schedule and a subway on a Sunday schedule. But Jean made sure that the church was always a priority and her God was a priority to her. So when we had to meet at home, I decided to call some of our people in our church, and I would call Jean a relatively regular basis. But when I called her, I would always ask her, "Jean, how are you doing?" And Jean would say, "I'm just hanging in there." And she would say that, but that was not at all the truth. You know, Jean was somebody who was always busy. She took a writing course. She took a computer course. She was in an exercise program. She was in a cooking program. When she could volunteer, she volunteered. She was always there for doing things for other people and supporting other people. She would say to me, "Pastor Stephen, I had 4 kids. They're all models. You have 2 kids. Figure it out." And I'm like, "Yes, Jean, I get it." And Jean was always full of life and full of encouragement. As we concluded each phone call, Jean would say after a while, "Okay, Pastor Stephen, I have to go now." "Jean, where are you going?" "Well, Pastor Stephen, I have papers to sort out." "Well, what are you sorting out papers?" "Well, Pastor Stephen, you never know when you're going to leave this place, so those papers should be sorted so that somebody else doesn't need to sort your papers." Well, this week I got the unfortunate phone call that Jean has concluded sorting the papers because Jean has moved on to her home in heaven. You know, as a pastor, it's a great privilege to get to walk with somebody and get to know somebody and to pray for somebody, to find out what matters for that person, and to also experience that person loving you. And I am sure that although I am the pastor and maybe I had a different relationship with Jean than perhaps other people did, I'm pretty sure Jean was intentional with every single person she met in the same way. So there is a hole today in my heart that in some ways is never really going to be filled. But the good news is that this time that we spent together, these moments, the last 10 years of my life that I spent with Jean, they're not just moments that I've just passed, but it's preparation for a time when I'm going to see Jean again. And we're going to be able to share each other's joys in our forever home. You know, today I was thinking about a scripture verse. And Romans 14:7-9 came to me. "For none of us lives for ourselves alone, and none of us dies for ourselves alone. If we live for the Lord, and if we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. For this very reason, Christ died and returned to life, so that he might be the Lord of both the dead and the living." Jean, I know you knew the Lord. I know that you loved the Lord, and I know that you shared the Lord. And Jean, until we meet again, just to let you know that Pastor Stephen, I will be the one hanging in there. Well, when I think of church, I think of worship. I think of all sorts of different worship songs. But we always say that worship isn't just music. It's also in how you live your life. The last time I talked to Jean, she sent me this video that she proudly made in one of her courses about life changes and about her life. And I had promised Jean that I would show it to our church congregation. Unfortunately, just, the way things went, the church congregation didn't get to see it when she was here. But I want to fulfill that promise to Jean today. And I want to share with you what a life of worship is really about. So Jean, I miss you, but I can't wait till I'm going to see you again. And save a spot for me. Save a spot for me, Jean.
My name is Jean. I was born on the beautiful Caribbean island of Barbados in the West Indies. I came to Canada in my late 20s, where I got married and had 4 beautiful children, 3 boys and 1 girl. Life wasn't easy. However, I loved my family very much, and being a mother is one of my greatest accomplishments in life. My dream, like many parents, has always been to raise my children so that they prosper, grow to be good and decent adults, contributing members of society, and to see them have a family of their own. I am also a proud grandmother of 4 beautiful grandchildren. For 42 years, I lived in my previous apartment. My second born son, named Stefan, also lived with me. One day, Stefan came home from school and said to me, "Mom, I feel hot." I felt his forehead and found that he did not feel very hot, nor did he appear to be sick at all. So I did nothing at that point. After 2 days, Stefan said to me that he was still feeling hot. So, sorry. So I decided to take him to the hospital. As we reached the emergency door of the hospital, Stefan's breathing became very heavy and labored. He was in distress. I ran inside the hospital and told the hospital staff that he needed immediate attention. They came out with a wheelchair and took Stefan inside without delay. After examining him, the doctor told me that they would need to put a tube down his throat, and they did just that. Stefan stayed in the hospital for 5 weeks. I stayed in the hospital for the 5 weeks next to my 29-year-old beautiful son. I sang to him, I prayed with him, I talked to him, and told him stories that I knew he loved as a child. His teachers and classmates also came to visit him in the hospital. I talked to him from my heart because Stefan was my heart. He never came home from the hospital. He passed away. That was a big shock to me. As time went on, I felt better. Stephen was at peace and had the love, and I had the love and support of my friends and family to help me through the rough time. As a mother, I love all my children. Stephen wasn't just number 3 or 4. He was also a special needs person with Down syndrome. And he had a huge, pure heart. He learned to communicate extremely well and got on very well with others. He was a big, gentle giant. He would always say, Mom, have a good day. And don't forget to watch your TV shows when he left for school in the morning. He loved to watch wrestling, dance, and sing Michael Jackson songs as a child. And boy, did Stephen love to give and receive hugs. Upon entering the subway station, Stephen would always stand and hold the door for other people to enter. While on the subway train, Stephen would always offer his seat to an elderly person without being asked. If a baby was crying, he would also make funny faces to make the baby laugh and stop crying. When Stephen came home on evenings, he would always ask me if I had a good day. His desire was to always see people happy. I couldn't have a bad day for long when Stephen was around. He was very loving. About a year after my son died, I had another set of problems. After living at the apartment for so long, my landlord sold the place, and I had no choice but to move. Moving was very difficult. I had to pack up all the things I needed to take with me. It was a big job that took me a long time to do. It was I was very sad after I moved because I was not able to take all the things I wanted to take with me. Life was so different and felt uncertain for me now being on my own. How would I face these new challenges? Sometimes I tried to forget the things I had left behind and look forward to my new beginnings. Since moving, I am trying to get myself familiar with my new area of the city. So far, I have changed bus routes, and one of them passes by Stephen's Cemetery. And when passing by, I will say, "Hello, Stephen. I am passing in the bus, but I will come and see you as soon as the weather gets better. Thanks for giving me the strength to go on and to always love life as you loved life." As a retired woman, I am also making more and more progress in life and staying active. I take part in recreational programs available for seniors that I think are very important in fostering a good sense of community and general well being with people my age. I go to yoga classes on Mondays and Tuesdays from 10 to 11 a.m. Then at 11 to 12 p.m., we have bingo or gymnastics. I enjoy whatever they give us to do. I am now living in a senior's apartment and I go to Coffee Time Cafe in the building on Thursday mornings. And at 6 p.m., I go to my church that has a sharing place where we cook supper so that anyone who needs a meal can come and eat for free. I also volunteer my time there. On Friday, I go to a soup club, where we cook a variety of soup using different people's recipes that represent their cultures. We do all the chopping of the vegetables and we boil the soup. After eating, everyone gets 2 jars of soup to take home. We learn about everyone's culture, share stories, we laugh, and it is very interesting. My biggest challenge now is getting my apartment organized. I still have to buy new furniture, hang my pictures, and get things in their proper places. But all in all, I really appreciate life, love, and the move that changed me. On Wednesday at 6 p.m., I go to night school. When I first started, I told them I would like to take computer classes, which the school agreed to. The first time I attended the class, the students were working on English studies. I said to myself, since I am here, I will do the English class also. So I continue doing it, though I did not see any computer classes going on. After attending the English classes for a few weeks, I started to write short stories about the topic the teacher would assign to us. When time came for the students to get their certificate of accomplishment, the school organized a celebration and a certificate presentation event. At, at the presentation, the teachers called their students one by one, talk about how the students did in class, and give each student their certificate, along with a book containing the collection of stories written by the students. I was also asked to read my story. After the presentation was over, we enjoyed a lot of good food to eat and to bring home. Upon leaving the event, all of us received a lovely gift package. The English classes were a great experience. I now have stories that I can read aloud at any function I am involved with. The last story I read was at a Christmas party that was held by my Friday group just before the COVID lockdown started. After the party was over, I was given a Loblaws grocery gift card for reading a story. I am also a member of a buddy program. The buddy program coordinator mashes members together, and I will call my buddy to see if she is doing okay or if she have any problems I can help her with. And each week we submit a report about our buddy to the coordinator. I love that we can care for each other in this way. The program coordinator asked me, "How are you doing? Did you speak to your buddy? And how are they doing? Did she need help with anything?" The program coordinator is a good resource and offer advice on how I can assist my buddy when needed. I am attending a gardening class. We meet every other week to discuss what we should do with the gardens and what we should plant and how it should be planted, in the sun or in the shade. If anyone requires additional information about gardening, information sheets are available to pick up at the end of each class session. The information is good. I have plants that were giving me trouble in the past to grow, and now I am getting the help I need. Before COVID lockdown, I attended an exercise group once a week. It used to be indoors, but as the group became quite large, we extended it to the outdoor park. The exercise consists of stretches, yoga, cardio, and salsa dancing. What fun! After the exercise program, there are snacks prepared for us. Because of the COVID, each person received an exercise kit so we can do the exercise online, which is still a great way for us to maintain physical activity. Though I miss the coming together with people. On Tuesday nights, I participate in an online ladies group from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We get together to share anything that is troubling us, or we discuss anything about our families, and we also read the Bible. If family members are sick, we pray for them, and if anyone hears about anything going on, we have group discussions. In my singing group, we make up new songs. Each person takes turn making up a line or two to go with the theme of the song. Then we learn a tune to go along with the song. We appreciate the new songs. I enjoy the songs even though I cannot carry a tune. I just try to keep myself busy and enjoy life one day at a time. The end.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. This grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first